Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about the reason why you need to keep your word and do what you say you're going to do. Keep your word, follow through on what you say you want to do. And this is very important because it links in with your reputation, links in with how other people are going to see you, how new people you haven't met before, how they're going to think of you before they even have met you. And it's going to deal with yourself, your own self-confidence, your own belief within what you can accomplish. So it's a big, big thing, just keeping your own word to yourself. And I believe, so a lot of people, they overcomplicate it and they don't end up doing it because they think it's too difficult, when in fact it's very, very simple. So keeping your word is, all you've got to do is keep your mouth shut. Talk less, listen more. That's the first thing. If you are constantly just trying to put your input into every single conversation, you're trying to talk as much as possible, you're not even listening to the other person's point, then you're going to end up putting yourself in a position where you've given yourself another thing to do, but you may not have the time to do it, or you may not even want to do it, but you said, oh yeah, I'll do that, without even knowing it. So by staying quiet, by listening more, talking less, you're going to be more interested in the conversation. You're going to be hearing more about that person. You're going to show more empathy. So first of all, that conversation is going to be better. Second of all, you're going to actually have a good reply. You're going to be able to think of your reply more. You're going to listen to what they say and then come up with a more structured reply to keep the conversation more interesting. So again, conversation's even better. And then also, you're not going to dig yourself in the hole of trying to constantly be the one who talks most in the sentence. If you can limit yourself to listen more than the other person talks, that's a good aim, and just keep asking questions. So what are you doing? What made you want to get into that? Why are you in this industry? How did that go? What kind of things do you do? What works for you best? Why did that not work? This. You keep going down different threads, different channels of conversation, and you can keep finding out more about them. And people love to talk about themselves. So it's very easy, but it's back to the main topic of keeping your own word. So if you're constantly trying to talk a lot in a conversation, then what you're going to do is end up giving yourself more things to do by saying, oh yeah, I'll do that next week, or yeah, I could do that too. And you don't end up doing any of these things, so you lose respect for yourself. And the other person probably forgets about it because they know you're one of those people that just says they're going to do something but doesn't actually follow it through. And that's a terrible reputation. So the main fix to this is, as I said, talk less and tell the truth. Tell the truth constantly. And Jordan Peterson says, if you can't tell the truth, then just don't lie. And yes, there is a difference. So telling the truth is giving someone the pure facts of what happened. Not lying is just not telling them what didn't happen. So you can kind of twist it a bit. You can tell them a part of it that doesn't make you look as bad, but just go easy with that. Now, when trying to keep your own word, it's very simple, but a lot of people do they make it too difficult. And what I'm trying to say is, it's not that difficult. There's not that many steps to it. It's very simple. If you can list out a few things that you want to do every day, a few non-negotiables, as I like to call them, that you have to do every day, and you go and do them, then you can tick them off and you can say you've achieved something for the day. And if you tell someone you're going to go and do something, be it go on a run, be it go to the gym, start going to the gym, start eating healthy, then you've got to keep your word. You've got to do it. Even if it's just for a week, just start doing it until it becomes ingrained in your daily routine, in your habits. This week I'm going to try and take a lot more time away from my phone, because I know I've been drawn back to things like social media, and I'm spending a fair bit of time on my phone again, which is going to be hindering me. So I'm going to take the next week away and off my phone. And I'm telling you guys that now so that I can be accounted for. So you guys are almost my accountability partner. I'm going to take less time on my phone, which is the only reason I'm going to be on it, is to record these YouTube videos. And I'm just going to power it off for the rest of the day. Now, your word is your bond. And when people figure out that you have a strong bond, that they know they can trust you, everything is so much easier. You hear so much more. People tell you more because they know you're someone they can talk to in confidence about a certain subject. It's very important. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that if you can keep pushing for a few moments of discomfort, for a few minutes, for a few hours, a few days of discomfort, for a lifetime of satisfaction for completing that action, then please do it. Please continue on with it. Because last weekend I went on a run with my stepdad, and I stopped to tie my laces, I stopped to stretch, and he just kept running on. And I caught up to him I almost caught up to him probably about 3 times. But I stopped to tie my laces, I stopped to stretch, and then I stopped to have a breather twice. I was being pathetic. If I just kept running at my pace, I would have caught up to him, I would have overtaken him. And I should have, because no offence to him, but he's old. He doesn't train. He's unfit. I should have been easily able to catch up with him, run past him, lap him, do whatever. But I didn't, because I allowed myself to fall into the trap of that temporary satisfaction, which is giving up. So I gave up. I said, I just need a little bit of another break. I'll just take another 5-10 seconds. I'll walk for a little bit. I'll still keep moving, but I'll just walk. And yeah, those 10 seconds, they felt fine. I was like, great, I'm catching my breath back. When I got back and I still hadn't beaten him, when I'd finished the run and I still hadn't gotten anywhere near him, I was distraught. I was so upset. I was so just angry at the fact that I couldn't do it, because I gave up that temporary moment I gave up that longer lasting feeling of success for a temporary moment of just being able to take a break. So if any of you are in a similar situation, it doesn't have to be related to fitness, it could be related to business, it could be related to your health, it could be related to your relationships, it could be related to absolutely anything. If you're in a situation where you're having the urge to slow down, you're having the urge to take a break, to just relax and take your foot off the gas because you're tired, because you're not feeling like doing work, then please, I beg you, I urge you to continue on with your task. Just keep pushing through, because the moment you succeed, as soon as you've finished that task and been successful in that area, you're going to be so grateful that you have continued on with it. You're going to be so much happier to the fact that you kept going, and you were like, I had a moment where I was weak there. I almost gave up, but I didn't. I kept going. I kept pushing. You're going to have that. And you're going to look back and be proud that you kept pushing. You persevered through the pain, the discomfort, and you reached that end goal. Now I've learned that now, and I'm lucky I learned it, because it was in a pretty just classic environment on a run with my stepdad. But I now know that I've got to keep working no matter what, because there's always going to be competition. There's always going to be someone else I'm running against, and it's just a matter of beating them and staying consistent so that I can beat them. See you in the next video, guys.